since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Eason off the play fake. And his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Eason. Incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now here's the 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 24, Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go play action with Eason. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Eason. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year,
That's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eckler now between the tackles. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen, the man in motion right. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Herbert back to the air. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Chase McLaughlin. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Eason. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Eason sets to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. It's Herbert. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Andy Isabella, a 24-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Eason. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and goal. Eason. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Eason to throw. It's caught inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Eason will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Flush to his right. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And picked up by the Chargers. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Keeps himself upright. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
Taking it right down Broadway. 30. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 76 yards. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Eluding the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 1st and 10, Eason. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Eason. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Off the play fake, Eason. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jacobs. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Isabella now from his end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
From his own end zone, Herbert. Able to find Isabella. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Slot man moves right. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Eason. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Max Crosby in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And this one too low.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they take a knee. Was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.